Hi, I'm Kate Edwards and welcome back to RCK's series on prominent women in business, where we are chatting to women who own businesses across the UK and talking to them about their experience and how they found their journey, and crucially asking them what businesses can be doing to support women on their careers. Today I am joined by Carina Lepore. Carina is the 2019 winner of BBC Apprentice and business partner of Lord Alan Sugar. She is also the managing director of Dough Artisan Bakehouse. Carina, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Carina, can you tell us a bit about how your professional journey has developed and how you got to where you are today?
From a very young age, I remember working from 15 and then jumping straight into, I want to do this myself. So I sort of copied my boss at the time. So 15 to 18, small retail high street shop, decided I was going to seek out where did he get his stock from. I was just sort of intrigued. How much did he take each day? How did he do it? Everything from running suppliers, building relationships. So I quickly went and just started doing it myself. Quite funny, one day we was up in East London, it's Commercial Street, and you can only get into these shops if you have a business, which I learned quite quickly. So I was like, yeah, I run a market on a Sunday, and they let me in. And yeah, you get all these really cheap goods. It was fantastic. So I went and bought a load of stock, set up a shop. I was really intrigued from a young age about sort of business and how it works, and just that I had that entrepreneurial sort of streak in me. So then I started that at 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. It was a bit much. My partner at the time, business partner at the time, my friend, who I sort of roped in, I was like, let's just do a few days each, you know, we can run this shop. He then went to become like a tram driver. So I was left on my own. I was really young, a bit naive to it all, I think. So I stopped, packed it in and went to work for Marks & Spencer's, 10 years in. Great high street retailer, learned a lot. My dad at the time, he's still my dad. My dad had like a small he's Italian background, a little, you know, one of them little bakeries that just make stuff, all the love and passion is in it, but just no sort of, just looked like a little hole in the wall type place. And I was like, it burnt down, so it was quite a sad story. And then I sat down with him, I was like, I want a coffee shop, you bake, let's merge the two. Because I haven't got any baking history. This came up on the show quite a lot, and Lord Sugar would ask me quite a lot, like, do you not want to learn to bake? Like, that was just what they kept digging and pulling out of me. And I was like, well, no, like I want to run a business. Like I know how to lead. I have all the sort of business acumen I feel like I need. I could run any business in a way, but it just happens that I had a passion for hospitality, customer service, and that sort of role. So I merged the two, got my dad involved, and that's when we birthed Dough Bakehouse in 2018, went on the show in 2019, won the show, and yeah, have just felt like I've been on this journey ever since, sort of thing. Really tough journey, like running your own business is very, very hard, but it also gives you this sort of joy of like having your own, the people that I meet every day, the customers, I love feedback. So yeah, they're always sort of helping as well if they're on sort of your side, I suppose. So yeah, I love it.
Did you always imagine yourself running a bakery?
No. I think I've always wanted, like I said, from a young age, I've always wanted a business. I had a passion for fashion, sort of spotting trends, and then I sort of matured into coffee. So I had this keen interest into coffee. As just a consumer of it, really. Like I like to drink it, have the machines, you know, I found it quite cool. But yeah, the passion sort of merged when it was like dad meets bakery, meets food, hospitality, all that sort of thing. I think that's a really sort of crucial thing in business as well, to really grasp and take things, knowledge, skills from whatever you're doing, whatever job, just take from it what you can.
Yeah, absolutely, great. What challenges and obstacles did you face along the way and in this process?
Oh, it's hard. It's still hard to this day. Like running a business is really hard. The challenges every day, staff, people, it's just so hard. I'm really personable, really relatable, feel like I do a really good job, but some days you feel like, am I not doing such a good job? Like, what's happening? Like, you just feel like you're losing control. That's why at the top, it's great to have like a great sort of immediate team. So I have my sister who's involved in the business. She keeps me really level-headed if I'm having like a crazy day. I've got a fantastic manager. My dad's obviously there. He's sort of, yeah, like I said, building relationship with suppliers. You know, you want to get the best deal, but then cost of goods are going up and you're like trying to haggle all the time. I feel like it's just every day there's something new to sort of challenge you. But again, it keeps you thriving. If you love all that, you'll love it, I think.
Yeah, definitely. You are, of course, the winner of the 2019 BBC Apprentice, after which you partnered with Lord Alan Sugar. Can you tell us a bit about this process and what you learned from the journey?
From the very start, like the interview process, when you first apply, I remember I sat there one night and I was like, I just applied. I don't even really watch telly, but you know, when it just pops up on after EastEnders or something, and I was like, oh, I'll just give it a go. Then you get through and you're like, right, I'm through, next stage. And it's a big sort of office block like this, massive offices, you know, and it wasn't my thing. And then you start to sort of work the ranks, I suppose. Like they make it quite clear at the stages, a bit like X Factor, like you're either in the good room or the bad room. So you start to work out what they're doing, like quite early on, like, right, okay, I'm doing good here. You move up the levels of the building. If you get to the top, fantastic, they might see you back. You go back again. From the very start, I suppose they want to just see how you can handle it. It's so hard from the very start. And then you do like next interview stage, and you get the call, yeah, you've made it to the house, woohoo, can't tell anyone, top secret. Had to tell all my customers like I was going to jury service. They all believed it, because you can't tell anyone. It's like this top secret process. Yeah, really tough, grueling, no phone, no public, like nothing for the 12 weeks. Every day, like people ask me, was it real? Like you only get 20 minutes to get ready? Yes, you do. You get up at 4, you get home at 9. And I remember coming in some nights and just wanting to cry, because you know, you're so exhausted, you can't even talk. I couldn't talk, it was emotional, it was like a roller coaster. But you got this adrenaline, like we're all competitive, we all wanted to win. I went in there with the mindset like, I'm gonna win this. So I suppose everyone thinks that, but like, I really believed it in my gut. So yeah, it taught me loads. And it was probably the best experience ever.
What would you say then to women starting out on this journey, and how would you encourage them to pursue their goal of starting their own business?
Yeah, so again, I get loads of sort of young women reach out to me, a lot of university schools, that sort of age, when they're probably me back in 18, when they're like, right, what do I want to do? It's really scary, it's nerve-wracking. And for women in business, it is harder. Like, we have to just admit it, it's harder. So you've got to have that confidence, even if you don't feel it. This is what I sort of embed into my son every day. We started tennis for the first time this week, and he was crying. He's like, I can't go, I don't know how to do it, I'm scared. And I just sort of embed like that whole, just do it, fake it till you make it. Like, it doesn't matter you've never done it, they don't know this. Just walk into the room, own the room, and learn on the job type thing. Like, that's how I sort of live my life. And with anything I do, I will just pretend to be confident in it until I'm confident in it. And then, you know, no one knows any better. They think you're confident in the way you hold yourself, carry yourself. So to any young women, and yeah, whether my son was a daughter or son, it's the same message really for young people. Just believe you can do it, believe in yourself, comes from the core, go do it. Like I said, take from mentors, women, men, read loads of books, watch loads of podcasts. That's what you just learn. Network, reach out to people. That's what I do. I reach out to people who own like multi-million-pound businesses. If they reply, they reply. They might not, but now I've got some great mentors from it, and they're receptive to it, because they think, well, that's bold. That's bold move, and they'll want to help you on your journey. Most of the time. You will get some knockbacks, but makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Great, that was great advice. What do you think companies can be doing to champion women more and to inspire women into positions of leadership?
It has to be from the top. You have to have women in your team from the top, so then it sort of filters through to store base. I remember someone externally got recruited in from a supermarket guy, and I thought, well, I'm better than him. Why am I not getting the job internally? Like, I'm in your business, I'm showing you I can do it, and you want to hire in someone externally. So then again, it made me more hungry. So I think, yeah, from a business point of view, they have to look at themselves from the top. Like, if you don't have a woman on your board, if you don't have a woman in your higher ranks, ask yourself why, for a start. Like, you really should in this day and age.
Lastly, I can't wait to visit Dough Bakehouse. Tell us what your favourite treat is on the menu.
Favourite treat on the menu. Peanut butter brownie.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like to have a cup of tea and a cheeky, like, we quarter it, 'cause it's quite large, we give them quite a lot away. It's like a big piece of brownie. I'm like, let's quarter it. Yeah, no, I like to do that on a little evening, afternoon, but yeah, that's my favourite.
Perfect, thank you.
Thanks,
Great.
thanks for having me.